So hello. Um, we have earlier studied so many concepts in a Python, and I seen there so many examples, and we were able to write it in a console, whatever the output we were getting. But it is not necessary you want to be write all the time your uh, output or log file, whatever you want to be stored in a console. So if you want to be uh, referred in a future, so you should restore in such a file. So there you can uh, re- take a reference in a future. So file handling, it will provide the leverage. You can do manipulation in any file like a text file. So there you can read and write, and you could create by this file handling. So here is the two file supports. So first one is text file supports. So end of line, I mean it will it will give the our format in the, so in a line format, or in a your text will be stored in a string. So that is called text file format. And another one is a byte format. So where there your all the inputs has been stored in a 0 1 format. You can't we understand what is the written there, but it is understandable by the machines. So our machine, I mean our PC is using byte code. So how to understand? So that's how you can handle both a file. And here is the main operation. So if you want to open up any such a file, like a text file, so usually open whatever the file name you have to write it, and second argument is you have to write it the whatever the mode. So it mode might be read, write, append, and R plus, W plus, A plus, W plus, RB plus. So what the mean of this? So if you are writing here file name, then after that you are writing here R, means it stands for you are opening your file for the reading purpose, means it stands for the reading mode. And if you are writing W, means you are opening that file for the writing purpose. You can't be do operation as reading. So A stands for appending. So if you have already written something in your file, so that time append method will work. Otherwise if you do operation with W form, so that time it will override whatever the text you have written. That text will be cleaned up, and whatever the next text you are providing, that will be written. So append method will provide you leverage. So whatever you have written earlier, it will not change anything in that text, and whatever the new thing you are getting in future, it will append in the next line, or whether you want to be stored. So R plus is the you can say integrated mode. So you can do the operation read and write, both operation you can easily by only R plus mode. You can do it here. Same as you can also do with A plus, W plus. How many condition you can possible condition you can write here. It will execute like plus condition. You will leverage, you will get the all the leverage read and write of the file. So here is the next new thing is RV. So RV stands for the you are opening your file in a reading mode in a binary format. So that file, if you file, so you are not opening whatever the text in that file, it will open up in the binary format. So it doesn't mean you are getting your output in 0 1 4 1 format. So it will give you a string format, but at initial level some B has been written, so that means B stands for this file has been open up in the binary format. So why do you use open up in binary format? So usually we found that binary format is so fast as other normal format we open read write our file. So that's why binary format is necessary. But if you want to do some operation, a string operation, you need to be converted binary format into a string. So that is also some problems there. So we can't open up in binary form usually, so until we not any such a specific necessary things to do. So here is the how to open up our file and how to read. So here you can see the command line here is, so open whatever the file name here name is written, and then what mode you want to be open up. Here is read mode. So you can see here this function has been stored our file in object format in a variable name file. So if you have object format, it is not able to understand by the human and by ourselves. So we want to we know about what is written in that file or in that any such a particular line. So you need to be iterate by any such a loop like for loop or while loop. So we have done same things, and we can able to see whatever the written in individual lines. So let's see and run this command for ourselves to look out what would be the console output is. We have already text file in our Jupyter notebook we have already uploaded here. So let's see whatever the written here in this text file in individual line we can see here. Oh, sorry. So something garbage has been written, and this is new file we have written in the next line. So we can see here how our consoles has been given our whatever the input written in our file. So then here we have iterated, but it doesn't mean you should iterate all the time to know about whatever the written in that file. So we have already getting some input function from we have already defined function from Python language, that is read. So read function will provide you all the information whatever the written in your file. So it will provide you with n number of bytes. It will give you the output in n number of bytes. So each individual character has been written in a 1 byte. So if you want to be extract at some particular number of bytes, so you should write that number and it will give you the answer. So let's see how it will works. So first of all, we do not want to specify at any number, so it will give you whole number, whole a string whatever the written in text file. So let's see how it will works. So here is not such kind of file, so just open it whatever the file we have. So it will give the same output whatever the earlier we have got it. And but we want to be only two level of character, only two character. So only two byte we want. So just write it here 2, n equal to 2. So n equal to 2, then it will definitely give us sorry, two character at initial level. Okay, we are getting. So you can see here how we are getting 5 number of character, uh, first 5 number of character from the file. So we are getting here the in output console we are getting only 2, just because of we have called only 2 number of character. So read line, it will also give you the read line function, it will also give you the whatever the written in one line, and read liness, so it will provide the entire output as earlier we were getting in a read. So just write it and execute it, how read line works. Sorry, read line. So let's start this person. We are not what we have called from this person. So we are using us already. Okay. So it will give you read line. So here is not need to be mentioned any such kind of number of anything to write it here. So if you want to be know about line by line what is written in our text file, so you just run this command only one times, it will give you first line, then you have to run it in a second times, it will give you second new line. So if you write it something here else about like bracket 1 2 3, so it will give you at how much number of character you want to be, so as same as the string manipulation. So you need to be write it here. So let's see how works our read lines. Okay, we are able to get it in a list format. Here you can iterate it, so whatever the first whatever the written in a first line, so it will give you in the list format. Okay, so you can understand what is the importance of read line. Read line, it will provide you it will give you the output the line by line at individual runtime, and in a read lines it will give you the entire input of your text file in a list format for the individuals lines. So you can iterate on the basis of indexing method. So here you can see it, the writing mode, how it works for us. So earlier we have studied about the writing mode will be override whatever the things we have written the earlier. So let's see how it will work. So we have opened up our files and just written our mode. So we want to be write in mode, and there I want to be write it something like this is write command, it allow to write a particular files, and then after that need to be close it, just because of if you didn't close it, so it will might be hamper your file or corrupt your file. So you need to be close it. So we have run this command and it will override it. So why it not works? Okay, you can see here it has been overwritten earlier whatever the written in our file by the new line we have provided. So here you can see the append method. So if you want to rewrite it something new things without clearing whatever the earlier we have written here, so append method will work for us. And so we have written here, this is a write command, it allows to write a particular things, and this is will be add this line. So we are expecting our file, sorry, we are expecting do not override whatever the earlier we have written here, and we want to be our output in the next line. So here is not giving just because we have not provided any such and here we are getting this will be added in a new line. So how it will works, the append command and read write, and after that we need to know about the hybrid command, where you can learn about how to read and write operation. You can do easily both of them at a time. So here you can see the read and write mode command is working at a time. So we are open up in a read plus command, and then we want to rewrite it something in this file. So let's see how it will works for us, it is working for us or not. So first of all, we have written something in a file, text file, so need to be read it. So this will give the whatever the output we needed. So as earlier we also knew about that if you are using write command, so if you have not any text file, it will also make you it will also make a file for you. So with command, it is not any such kind of things you usually see in any any good Python code. You will see there anything operation will start with operation. So you usually just wondered about I just knew about to open file something in and write something mode. So how it is working like with command. So earlier we were saying that so we have stored our file in somewhere else, like in a file variable. So but if want to be do some try and accept as well to cover up here. So we do not want to be write long format of code. So usually with command is usually handle all the assertion condition, try and accept conditions, and you can also store it in F format, and then after that you can do some operations here. So let's see how it will works first. So with open, and you can write it here the file name and whatever the mode you want to be, and in which format you want to store it. So then you have stored it in the F format, F variable, and then you could write it here something, and you want to be read it. So just